If you're an avid watcher and subscriber, you would have seen last week's episode when this happened. Come on, Connor! Fucking yes! Come on! Woo! Come on, Connor! And I shot my best ever 9 of a 37, and it brought my handicap down to 14. So let's have another round. We're back at Lock Palm, so let's try and get down to a 13 handicap today. Come on, Connor! For the astute amongst you, you'll notice we're going off the reds again, not the ladies, and you're going to find out why momentarily. We are absolutely falling to bits. I played football yesterday. I strained my right quadricep, I strained my left hamstring, and I've still got a dodgy knee from a couple of weeks ago. And we're out with Kudnati today. Kudnati, you have to do calf spasms for me today. I'm too injured, Kudnati, okay? Okay. Yeah, so we're truly struggling today. We're not going to be able to do any calf spasms. And this isn't worthy of a calf spaz. It's not a bad strike, but it fell a little bit before the green. Managed to amble its way on there. But this is a delightful little laggy putt. Whatever laggy putt means. We'll take a gimme putt on the first for a par. Shame we couldn't do a calf spaz though. Calf spaz? Hey, Natty can do a spaz. We're off to the second. Even though we're off the reds, it would have been very easy to go with a driver. But we're going to stick to the game plan. Get a nice easy iron down the middle of the fairway. Lovely strike with your 9 iron, but you catch it a little bit thin. I think I've spazzed that off the fairway. It was 163 to the bridge. I went with a nice easy 9 iron, which I hit about 140 to 150. I think I've gone far too far over the fairway. We did indeed spaz it over the fairway, but we were lucky to find it just before the water. So ball's above our feet. We should have aimed further right, knowing that we're going to draw the ball, but we're going to get the ball on the dance floor. Not a bad effort, this. Could have been a bit closer, but we got this for par. Hey! So we're 3 for 3 for fairways, but that shouldn't be difficult off the reds, leaving us a little punch on. Just a little bit long this one, but we found another dance floor. So far, we're playing ABC golf. We've hit every fairway. This is going to be a tough putt though. It's massively downhill, massively right to left, but we're going to sink it. That's the plan. Let's go.
Come on, Nick. You can do it.
Get in the hole.
Oh, nice pop. Yes.
Yeah. How's it gimme?
Very good.
We need a card of spaz. Mika, can you do one for me? Okay, Natty, par, par, par.
Yeah, par.
Can you do a card of spaz in the cart? Hey! It's a good start. Let's go. "86 yards out, Carter. A little punch on with a 50-degree wedge. You duff it into the water. Come on. Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous. And then we do this. We thin it. Lucky to not go in the bunker. 86 yards out. You hit your tee shot, 40 yards. And then you were 50 yards out, and now you've thinned it. Let's go. I hope that's a gimme. Oh, is that a gimme? Is that a gimme? Is that a gimme? All that perfect work undone with another triple bogey. That's 2 weeks in a row on this hole. You were 86 yards off the tee box. Come on, Carter! Yeah, to say I was a bit PO'd would be a bit of an understatement. So I'm really happy to keep my composure here on this tee shot. Would have been very easy to just go up there with a driver and absolutely spaz it. Kudnati, come. We go for eagle now. Okay. That's the only thing we can do to make up for that last freaking hole. That was absolutely ridiculous. 2 weeks in a row, triple bogey. Is that worthy of a card of spaz? No! Right, this one here, try to massively over spaz it. Only went about 100 yards, and we're going to find the tree line again. But got a line through to the green, and this one is going to be a fringe in regulation. Come on! Alright, well, we take that one. Should have been a card of spaz, but as you know, I'm injured, so it wasn't possible. And so we pull back one of those shots from the triple bogey. So we'll take that nicely on the fairway. This one was a bit of a thin, and this is going to fly the green. So we're going to need to get this close. We do indeed get it onto the dance floor, but it could have been much closer. We massively underread the break on this putt. Kieran said it's a gimme, and I said no, we need to practice these. But not practice missing them, Carter. I was really PO'd on this tee shot. Swung the club far too long, far too hard. And standard going left on this hole. I thought this was looking right on the pin, but it was a bit of a duffer, and it's in the bunker. But a delightful little out. And we got this to save par. Come on, Carter.
Come on!
Ooh. We'll take that one. Well, a little bit of a Carter spaz from Natty. We're 4 over par on the 8th par 3, and it's another big old duffer. Both tee shots on the par 3s. Massive duffer. It's up and down for a par. Let's go. So here's your up and down attempt. It's a massive thin, straight over the green, and we're going to be left with a massive downhill lie. Happy just to get this on the dance floor, but a really long putt, and it's not a bad effort. And Kieran said that's a gimme. I said no, I've got to practice these. A really shit front nine, 44 out. 3 holes were absolute card wreckers, a triple bogey, a double bogey, and a quadruple bogey. So it's got to be a similar situation to last week in that we've got to have a shit front nine and a not shit back nine. Let's go! Alrighty then, so here goes the back nine. It's a terrible start. I have been known in the past to hit the ground 6 inches behind the ball. That was a good 10 inches. I might do a slow motion action replay of that one because it was hysterical. Absolutely not going to bother. Right, so it's a blind shot onto the green, trying to get over these trees. But it was another massive duffer, and we don't even make the trees. But this is shot of the round, this one. Have a look at this. Literally had to land it on the fringe and just let the ball feed down towards the hole, which it does. Look at that.
Oh, good shot. Can you do a card of spaz?
Yeah.
Don't fucking bother.
But Kieran said this is a gimme. I said no, I've got to practice these.
Very good. Nice.
Alright, so it's all going a bit tits up. We're off to the 12th, and this is a massive topper off the heel as well. And it's just bounded along the ground, ended up in the bunker. Alright, so here's your 6-iron out of the bunker. You catch it far too fat, and it's going to end up in the water. So here's your penalty shot, and this is actually a really nice strike. We're going to get this on the dance floor. So we're 4 on, so we do have a par opportunity. This tee shot here is an action replay of the 12th. It's another massive topper. But it's going to get down there along the ground, about 100 out. And we're going with a punching chip shot technique with a 9, but it's massively over the green. Thinned, and it's another penalty shot. We went in the drink. And this one is not on the dance floor, it's massively over the green. So we're bump and running on. And we got this for what? I don't know, triple bogey? Double, alright, double bogey. Alright, so we've put the Gratoy away. We're going with a 3-wood. This was right off the toe, but nice little draw, and we're down there. We're finding a fairway.
What the fuck is
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but this is going to be another lost ball and another penalty shot that we dump straight into the bunker. Come on, Carter. This one was massively plugged. We had to just blast it out. Right, this next one, we need a close-up for this one because it's a double hitter. So we're still not on the green, but we are now. So that's 7 on, and even though it's a pretty nice up and down, it's another triple bogey.
Nick, are you in the water there or is this good?
Alright, so we're happy to find a fairway, but it's another massive duffer into the drink. So this is your penalty shot, which we also duff, and we're going to be right on the edge of the bunker. You'll see on my follow through, nearly fall into the bunker. So we're happy just to get this on anywhere close to the hole we're taking. And this one here will result in another triple bogey. Come on, Carter.
On the dance floor?
Alright, we're finally moving on to the 18th and we're so done with this round. But we're going to finish nicely on the fairway. Another 9 iron, and this is going to get on the pin. This hasn't happened very often today. Too little, too late, Carter. But we're on the pin. Can we finish with a birdie? This has, to be quite honest, been the worst round of golf that I've had on this challenge. Even though I think my worst score on this challenge was 104. 111! We're 21 over par at the moment, but genuinely I feel like this is the worst round of golf I've had in this year and a half of being on this Breaking 80 challenge. Warts and all, this is going on the vlog. So let's hopefully finish strong. Let's finish with a birdie so that we can come back next week not feeling all demoralised. Let's go. We're not going to feel demoralised because here's your birdie putt, Carter. All right, so we'll take a par on the 18th. The fucking sun's up my round. Fucking not even close.
Thank you.
Warts and all. I was genuinely tempted to not bother even editing this episode because it was pretty miserable to edit, if I'm honest. And it was so frustrating because it was such a solid start to the round, and then that triple bogey on that par 3. And even though we followed up with a birdie directly after, it was just all downhill from there. Look at that back 9. Last week shooting a 37 and this week a 49, and obviously we should be hitting a lot of fairways going off the reds, but look at that, only 4 greens in regulation. Come on, Carter. And the final score, nothing much to say about that other than to move on. Par 3's rubbish, par 4's rubbish, par 5's rubbish, moving on. There was actually a lot of 1 putts on the round and also that glorious no putt when I hit that fringe in regulation, but that 4 putt absolutely killed us. Oh. No Carter spazzes.
Can you do a Carter spaz? Don't fucking bother.
Zack me! Zack me! Zack me!